Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day, and I'm so thankful for your light. It's irreplaceable. Each one of us irreplaceable, bring our own unique experience and wisdom into the world. Today is a gift filled with possibility. So, let's open this gift with kindness and curiosity. And remember, we're all still growing and learning. So, let's grab our nearest drink. Hopefully you have some water. I'm working on getting my 16 ounces in before my coffee. So, as soon as that thing is done, I can go treat myself to a nice cup of coffee. Perfect! Perfect start to the day. So, why don't we just take a breath before we really get into the topic today. You ready? I'm feeling so good. I tell you what, we have been fighting fleas in our house on our pets, and it's been rough. And my husband has spent all week working on a new car that we purchased to get it all fixed up for our kids to use. It's been a week, but I haven't been holding anything in. Today was my first week as a flight attendant on reserve. I was not called even once. I was awake at 3 a.m. every day, ready to answer the phone. So I spent 48 hours this week on call. So, yeah, nothing happened. I never got called, but that's okay. Next week or the week after, when I have my next bunch of days to be on reserve, I'll be ready. I'm going to be practicing my announcements and everything, getting ready to go. Anyway, I'm excited. Oh, so my topic today was inspired by an email I got from my work outlining how to be safe when you're traveling, when you're out there alone. Not all flight attendants are women, not all pilots are men. So it's men and women, good things to know. I mean, for anybody, actually, not just pilots and flight attendants traveling. I thought this was good information for everybody. So, I may read specifically what my company has outlined as safety procedures, but I wanted to kind of bring it into what would be good for just travelers, solo women travelers especially. So, society, sometimes they tell us, traveling alone is dangerous, especially for women. Maybe it's even reckless. Maybe you get some judgment if you're a woman who travels alone like I do. But this freedom we have to travel and explore can be squashed by fear, and I want to get rid of the fear and build an unshakable system that's built around situational awareness. How to explore the world on our own terms. So I'll talk about hotel safety, security routines when you get into your hotel room, about being smart out on the streets, rideshare safety. It should be pretty, if you're using the main apps like Uber and Lyft, they should have some safety features built in, but I'll just go over some more ideas. Just how to be in the position to prioritize your own safety over being polite. I know as women we kind of get drawn into this, like trying to be nice and trying to accommodate people or requests. And it's like, no, you don't have to be polite when your own safety's on the line. So, let's see. Sometimes I fly across the country for a quick getaway. I'll be doing that next week. I'll be getting away by myself. I'm meeting a friend in another city. Sometimes you have to explore a new city, maybe while you're on a business trip. I've done that. I've gone on business trips with my husband, and I get to go explore the city while he's working. It's always so nice. Or internationally, I took my daughter once when she was a little girl over to France. We were traveling standby and had to navigate the city with the train, and yeah, we're out there. We're living our life. We're exploring. We're creating these experiences we want in our life. And there's a bit of like empowerment that comes along with that as well. So don't let that fear keep you from having the freedom and the power to go out and explore your world. Let's see. So, like I said, fear can take away that freedom to travel, and also shrinks your world, your experience, your life. So, but situational awareness, on the other hand, can broaden it, can open up new experiences to you, and create more safety while you're doing that. Let's see. I want to just make these into habits too. That's the thing. Even while I'm on my trips as a flight attendant, while I'm traveling, that I do all the time on my own, I want to make these simple, repeatable habits that can eliminate me as a target. I want to protect my own personal space, and I want control over my environment. And I can do that through these processes, these habits. Lodging, let's see. So, your hotel room or a rental property should be your sanctuary. It should be the place where you feel the safest when you're out and about. The moment you step into the lobby, your safety protocol begins. When you check in at the front desk, pay attention to how the agent handles your room key. So a trained professional, they'll write your room number on the little envelope your key card comes in, and slide it across to you. They're not going to announce it out loud. So room 416, you're here for 2 nights, blah, 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 blah. If they do that, again, this is where that politeness, you can say this in a very polite way, but you can slide that key card right back to them and say, can you assign me a different room, and not announce it out loud? I mean, it's just that simple. It's just, and you can even say, for my privacy, can you just reassign me a room, write it on the key card envelope, and just not say it out loud. I know there could be people out here listening. Just whatever, something. It doesn't have to be confrontational or rude, but you can avoid that feeling of like, ugh, I don't want to inconvenience them. I don't want to be impolite. But just be aware when they're assigning your room number, they're not announcing it out loud. Then what you should aim for, if you have a choice, if you can explain it to them, between the 2nd and 4th floor is the best. When people are on the 1st floor, they're more likely to, sorry, my kitty's coming through. They're more likely to have security incidences on the 1st floor, break-ins and things like that. But the higher floors, in case there's a fire emergency or something, most fire trucks, their ladders, it's probably best 2nd to 4th floor, just for safety, for fire safety. Let's see. And then once you get into your room, this is the next thing. In my flight attendant information they gave me, they talked about getting even into the elevator. Don't be the first one to push your floor number. Let other people if you can, be the last one onto the elevator. Be the last one to punch your floor number. If you feel uncomfortable with who's in the elevator, just say, I'll catch the next one, or, oh, I forgot something, and then come back and get an elevator by yourself. Again, no need to be polite or appear a certain way, or be afraid that they think you're avoiding them in the elevator, because you really could be. You could be assessing the situation. Follow your gut. catch the next elevator. Then when you get to your room, you should, I did this. I got into my room, the window was open when I got into my last room when I was flying as a flight attendant. And so, yeah, use your bag, prop the door open until you have cleared the closet behind the shower curtain. Check, if it's one of those rooms that has an under the bed, you can check under the bed before you actually close yourself into that room. Lock the door behind you, of course. Check as soon as you get in the room, check the deadbolt that it's working. And you can do that even while it's propped open. Do the deadbolt, check it from the outside, undo the deadbolt, close it, re-deadbolt. Just check the security of the door. And like I said, that one time my window was open. I'm like, somebody could have climbed in the window when I, after the room was cleaned and clear. So I close it, check it, and then close the door to the room. But I can see someone else's view of where you want to close the door immediately behind you. Also, if there's people in the hallway that could be following you. There's two ways of thinking on that, and again, go with your gut, but my gut says I came up the elevator by myself, the hallway is clear, I'm going to clear my room before I shut the door. But if it's a busy hallway, you may want to close the door before you clear your room. Anyway, if it has a peephole that's not covered, cover it with something, a piece of tape, a sticky note, whatever you might have. Then also, this is such a good piece of advice that I had gotten just a few days ago. Get just a simple rubber doorstop and just put that. That's just one added little piece of physical barrier you're putting between you and the people in the hallway, anyone who may want to come in. Even if they have a master key, a room key to your room, that doorstop is going to stop somebody. Or make it very hard to open that door. Let's see what else there was. Oh, when you leave your room, make it seem like somebody's still in the room. Put the do not disturb sign up. Leave your TV on, lights on, windows, curtains not completely closed all the way, but cracked, like, hey, someone's in here. You could be seen. So I guess that would be if someone is outside trying to get in a window, maybe they want to get into one that's completely closed because they think someone in the room won't see them coming. So leaving it slightly open, not to where it's wide open, people can see in your room, but so that they think if someone's in the room, they'll see movement outside. Let's see. Even if you just go out for dinner, leave that do not disturb on, leave the television on. I think people have probably heard this all before. Anyway, when you get outside your room, you're hiking around the city, your body language is what will deter people from targeting you as a victim. Your command presence, your awareness, head on a swivel, not head in, and if you're stumbling around, like trying to figure out where you are, whatever, if you need to do that, because sometimes we do get to the point where I'm like, oh, maybe I've walked too far down the street, maybe I need to turn around, duck into a coffee shop, a drugstore, stop and ask for directions with in the bar or wherever you're walking by. So don't be wandering around the street looking confused and lost. Let's see. I feel like, yeah, it's just kind of like criminal psychology. You have to think like the criminal. Who would you approach, attack? Also, how you wear your purse and things like that can loosely carrying it in your hand, if you have your handle in your hand, that's an easier way to grab and run with your items. If you wear a crossbody bag or a lot of people, fanny packs might be in again. I would never, but that might be another. I do a tight little crossbody bag, keep my phone out. Also, so when you're getting your ride share, when you're getting your Uber, should have safety protocols on already. I always request a woman driver. I share my location with my husband no matter where I am, whether I know he's in an airplane not paying attention or he's busy in a meeting. I'm sharing my location so that person driving me knows I'm sharing my location. When you're on public transit, you could get cornered or isolated. So try to sit near the driver, the main exit doors, stay awake without your headphones on, or if you have like two and you can just have one in your ear, keep your purse or whatnot zipped up and sitting on your lap or close to you in your, not where you're not, it's out of your peripheral vision. Then also avoid unwanted conversations. People can seem friendly, want to know about you, what you're doing, who you're with. So always give kind of vague but polite answers. You don't want to create friction with people necessarily. You can use what's called the fictional group tactic, where you say, oh yeah, my friends are meeting me, I'm going to a bar, my friends are waiting for me, or yeah, I'm getting back to the hotel, and my husband's waiting for me. You can just make up a little story, it's fine. Oh, my people are waiting for me. So they know if you go missing, if something happens, there will be a search for you immediately. So let's see. I already talked about sharing your status, your location. Even when you're walking, I think there's apps you can share your location when you're exploring a city. So, trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. It's the single most important safety tool you possess. It isn't a door lock. It's not this tracking app. It's not a whistle. It's built into you. Follow your gut. So there's a book called The Gift of Fear, where a security expert points out critical differences between humans and animals. Animals sense danger and react instantly without second-guessing themselves. Humans, on the other hand, they sense danger, they pause, they think, I don't want to seem rude, or maybe I'm just imagining things, but we've been socialized to be polite. You have to drop that when people are trying to social condition you, get information from you. If you get this feeling and you're in an elevator, press a different floor than the person in the elevator pushed. Get out. Do whatever you can. You don't have to be polite in those situations when your own personal safety is on the line. So, but also you don't want to aggravate strangers too. So there's a delicate balance there. Let's see. Something else here. 3 non-negotiables. Keep an offline map of your destination downloaded to your phone. I do like to do screenshots of city streets if I'm walking somewhere, in case my mapping GPS goes offline. Keep a fully charged portable battery. Memorize local emergency services number for the country, because in other countries, I think in London it's 999. If you're dialing 911, you're not going to get anything. So yeah, know the emergency procedures where you're going. Look for exits when you're on the train. I don't know. There's so many more tips and tricks I could give you, but that's my basic gut. Follow your gut. If anything I said sparked a thought, or you have any other ideas, please add them below. Comment, give the thumbs up. Just remember, every day is a chance to learn and grow and become more of the wonderful person you are. And I'm so glad you shared time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I know I will. And I'll see you next time. Remember, you're the Lord's precious ones. Bye.